Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm gonna explain to you guys how to get on the For You page with the new TikTok algorithm update for June of 2020. Make sure you guys stick around for the end of the episode because I will be sharing with you guys 3 creators that are doing an absolutely amazing job in different niches too, and I really think you guys can all learn a lot from them. If you guys haven't heard yet, yes, I did release a podcast. The first episode is out now. It's about whether or not TikTok is racist. If you guys have not heard the news around that, then you need to make sure you give this podcast a listen. I'll tell you guys where to find it in a little bit, but it is absolutely insane what happened. So, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, there are a ton of changes happening to TikTok right now, but the good news is a lot of them are actually going to favor smaller creators. First, the time that you post now is becoming way more less relevant. It really doesn't matter what time you post now, but I would still post from 10 to 1 and then after 7. I have been seeing a lot of success though posting really early in the morning. The reason that TikTok is doing this, they're rolling out changes to take effect and go into effect now so that when things go back to normal in the world, these changes will just naturally segue into that, and they're not just rolling out these changes once everything goes back to normal. So the reason that they're doing this is obviously once everybody's life goes back to normal, they go back to school, they go back to work, the time that people post is going to totally change, and TikTok doesn't want it to be totally dependent on what time you post. They want their platform to strictly be about the quality of the content you're putting out and how much content you're putting out, not what time you're posting, because you had to work all day and you can't post. They want everybody to have an equal opportunity to get a ton of views. So of course, this helps out all of you small creators or even big creators that are incredibly busy. I know it has helped me out a ton because now I post really early in the morning. When I wake up, I could get to work, I could start recording videos, I could start working on recommendations packages, working with my mentors, scheduling out a ton of meetings and stuff like that, because I am going to start featuring a ton of really big creators on my YouTube channel, on my podcast and stuff like that. So it's great. It allows me to post when I want to post, and that's what TikTok wants. TikTok wants to create a platform where you can post when you want to, as long as it's quality content and you're putting out a large volume of content. Well, then guess what? Your content will get views. They're also making it way easier for you to get on the For You page so long as you're pushing out quality content. In the past, you were able to push out just nonsense content and it could potentially get a lot of views. They're moving away from that, like I said in the TikTok algorithm update video, but ever since I released that video, I've been testing on my own account, and whenever I post a piece of content that really isn't good, it doesn't get a lot of views. But if I post a piece of content that I know will get a lot of views, guess what? It does end up getting a lot of views. The only difference now is it just takes a longer period of time. I've been getting a ton of DMs from people saying, hey, Rob, my views have really decreased, and then I'll look at the DM, because obviously I answer my DMs once a day for those of you that don't know, because I get so many of them, I can only answer them once a day. Otherwise, I would spend all day in my DMs and wouldn't get anything done. I've been looking at it, and by the time I look at their account, which is likely like 3 to 9 to maybe even 12 hours later, the views have skyrocketed on their videos. The reason being is that they're just not being patient enough. You guys need to realize now it's going to take 12 to 24 hours to really see how many views you're going to get on a video, and just to get those initial views now, it's going to take around 3 to 4 hours for you to really determine, hey, this video is going to do well, this video isn't going to do well. And this does also go against the past engagement rules that they had. In the past, if you had a horrible piece of content and you got 25 to 30% engagement, odds are the video was going to go. It's not like that anymore. You could get 30%, 40% engagement on a really bad post, but if it's a bad post, it's not on trend, it's not quality content, doesn't matter what time you posted it, well then guess what? TikTok is not going to push it out. This is also protecting TikTok from allowing people using fake engagement and buying likes and buying followers and things of that nature, which is what they're trying to protect their users against. I'm sure we can all remember the time when Instagram had that huge banning of fake accounts and got rid of people's likes and got rid of people's followers. TikTok is totally trying to prevent that. And for those of you that don't know, quality content on TikTok is content that is on trend and content that gets a lot of engagement. When it comes to engagement, followers matter most, and then shares, and then comments, and then likes. If you could get followers and shares from your post, well then guess what? You're gonna get a lot of views. That being said, there are still way too many creators that are just trying to make content that is totally not on trend and has absolutely nothing to do with anything, and that's why you're not getting a lot of views. Just a small example of things that TikTok looks at to see whether or not you're on trend are here. 1, the sound that you're using, the music that you're using. 2, how long you're putting text on the screen for. Text should really just be used for storytelling, to hook somebody in and then to ask for engagement. That's really it. You shouldn't have it spammed all over the place. You shouldn't have it taking a huge percent of their screen the majority of the time. They're also worried about what topic of content you're posting, how many hashtags you use, and the length of your post. All of these things are way more important than they have been in the past, and you guys need to make sure that you're doing the right things within those. For example, right now, hashtag Black Lives Matter and hashtag George Floyd, it's trending in society, it's trending in real life, it's trending on TikTok. Those posts are naturally going to get pushed out way more. And if you can couple content around that with a 13 to 17 second video, the right hashtags, and just putting it out and making it look like a piece of TikTok native content, you're probably going to get more views than usual. I'm not saying to just use those hashtags hashtags and put out random content related to that. If you really have something to say on the matter, put it out. But if not, since this is a social, a political thing that's going on right now, I would not recommend just hopping on the bandwagon for the sake of it. So this brings me to my point of my new podcast. So the first episode is labeled "Is TikTok Racist?" because TikTok sent out an email to a ton of its creators not that long ago, and it kind of revealed that they did something that was pretty racist. I talk way more about it in the podcast. You guys can find it in the description below. It's on Spotify right now. It will be on Apple Music soon. I would really appreciate it if you guys supported the podcast. No, it is not me pushing a political agenda, a social agenda, nothing like that. All I'm doing is stating the facts about it. So a couple other things that TikTok is really pushing right now. If you react to videos, that does not do anywhere near as well as duets. You guys need to stop reacting to videos. You guys do need to start replying to comments though. If you go to a comment, click the red record button, make a video about that. TikTok is pushing those videos out like crazy right now. Right now, you need to be making 3 types of content. 1, duetting people. 2, replying to comments. And 3, making trending content. If you could do those 3 things and mix and match those 3 things, also repost your best performing piece of content still, well then guess what? You're gonna see a ton of success on TikTok. If you do anything outside of that and you're seeing a decrease in views, well, guess what? That's exactly why. And if you're not getting on the For You page, that's probably why as well. Another update for you guys, I will be moving away from answering every single YouTube comment. Now I'm going to answer all of those comments and shout you guys out. So make sure when you put your question, put your username too. I'm going to be answering all of those questions on my podcast now. The podcasts are going to get released Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's the days that I don't post on YouTube. So it's going to be a follow-up. It's going to be a ton of different things. I'm going to feature big creators on there. I'm going to give away exclusive content that I don't put on YouTube. It's a little bit more explicit. I curse a lot more. It's co-hosted with my assistant and one of my really good friends, Mags. And honestly, I think it's gonna be a really great way for me to provide you guys with way more value than I ever could. I really want this to bring you guys as much value as possible and also allow me to adapt to the new climate, right? Now I get thousands, if not tens of thousands of comments every single day. And I would say that if I had 1,000 comments, it's probably really only 30 questions. It would be a way better use of my time, of your time, for me to just answer those in a podcast, to shout out the people that asked them, and then you guys can all learn more as opposed to just me answering somebody's comment and then that getting lost in the ether and you'd have to scroll through all the comments to get all the information and all the follow-ups from the videos. That's exactly why I want to launch this podcast. I also essentially want the podcast to be like the Joe Rogan experience, but except for younger people. Like, let's face it, Joe Rogan does not have a ton of young people, a ton of influencers, a ton of people that are influencing my generation, the generation below me on his podcast. I want to have a podcast where I can bring all those people together, cultivate that, and show you guys the real side behind a lot of these people. That being said, I did want to share with you guys a few creators that you guys need to check out because they're absolutely crushing it within the new TikTok algorithm update. The first is Aiden Murphy Magic. I'm going to put his link right here. You guys need to go follow him. You need to go check him out. He is doing an absolutely amazing job making magic content. He's really crushing it. The basis of this is that magicians have to be really good at hooking in their audience, getting feedback from their audience, and overall just interacting with the audience. That makes for really good TikTok content, really good content anywhere, and Aiden is absolutely crushing it. To be totally honest, I started making the illusion content because I saw that magicians were doing that and it was crushing, and I could put my own twists on it and use it to promote my YouTube, use it to promote whatever. And that's exactly where I got the idea from for that content. I think no matter what niche you're in, you can look at his content and find something that you could put into your own. Next is Margot. If you guys want to learn, and her description's right, her link's right, whatever, her profile is right here. If you guys want to learn how to make fashion content, how to make modeling content, how to make fitness content, you guys need to go check her out. She's doing an absolutely amazing job putting out content. To be totally honest, I started with her a couple weeks ago now. She had no followers, and guess what? She is now getting thousands of followers. You guys need to go check her out. She's doing an amazing job making content that is normally not native to TikTok, right? Modeling's on Instagram, right? You're taking photos and things like that. She's doing an amazing job packaging that content for TikTok, so you guys need to go check her out. If you're struggling making content, if you're struggling figuring out how you can put your niche on TikTok, you need to go check her out and see how she's putting a niche that typically doesn't do well on TikTok, packaging it up in the right way, and it is doing great on TikTok. Margot, you're doing an amazing job. Definitely go follow her and check her out. Next is Sakerlock. I'm sure I just pronounced his name wrong. As you guys know, I suck at English. I did terrible in English in high school. I did terrible at English in college. In fact, it was the only class that almost ruined my 4.0 GPA. Regardless of that though, you guys need to go check him out. He's doing an amazing job within the comedy niche. He is doing an incredible job. He's not only doing duets or doing memes or doing tweets or doing things like that. He's doing everything. He's doing skits, he's doing memes, he's doing tweets, he's doing everything that you could possibly think of. If you guys want to learn how to package up comedy content, or even just how to mix duets or different types of content into your page, you guys need to go check him out and drop him a follow. I know a lot of comedy creators really only stick to one piece of content. You guys need to start to spread it out the same way that he's doing, because he really is doing a great job at that. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure you thumbs up this video, smash that subscribe button, and now you have to go check out my podcast. The description is below. For those of you that don't know, I offer a mentorship program, an accelerator program. If you're unhappy with your growth, these are gonna be the programs for you. They guarantee growth. If you do not grow over the 7 days or the 30 days, you get your money back. I strongly suggest you guys check them out. I'm gonna link out to that in the description as well. For those of you that aren't interested in that at all, you just want my free YouTube content, guess what? I post videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of every single week forever. I will always be releasing as much content as I possibly can. You guys need to check that out as well. Link out to the playlist below. Thank you guys so much for watching.